Over the past 10 years, I have been inside of literally hundreds of Google Ad grant accounts for nonprofits. And something that I've noticed is that over and over again, I'm seeing the same mistakes made by nonprofits. And the thing is, these mistakes are costing you thousands of dollars and growth in your organization. And in this video, I'm gonna pull back the covers and show you the exact mistakes that we see the most often and tell you exactly how you can fix them. Let's do this. Well, hey guys, I'm Thomas Costello here from ReachRight. We have had the pleasure of helping literally hundreds of nonprofits and churches get and manage the Google grant over the years. And as I was saying, we do tend to see some of the same mistakes happening on those grant accounts right when we first take them over from our clients. And in this video, I want to take some time to unpack some of those mistakes to make sure that you don't make them on your end. But before we get into any of that, maybe you're new here and you're just learning about the Google grant. If that's you, the Google Ad grant entitles nonprofits and churches to $10,000 every single month in free ads on their ad platform. We actually build a super easy to use eligibility checker. I'm gonna link to that down in the description. It should take you about 60 seconds, and in that you'll be able to find out whether or not your organization qualifies. So I hope if you don't already have the grant, before you go any further, go ahead and check that out and see if you're eligible in the first place. Also, I should mention, we put out new content like this each and every week, so if this is the kind of thing that helps your organization, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Now let's get to the list. The first mistake that we see, and the one that we see the most often when we first take over an ad grant account, is only sending traffic to your website's homepage. And that makes sense. If you're just getting started and just trying to get your grant off the ground, well, your homepage is the obvious first place to send people. But the problem is that most homepages are just used as a landing page to drive people to other pages on your site. And the thing about Google Ads is that they do best when the content on the page matches the content that people are searching for. In order to have a successful ad grant account, you're going to need to have several different landing pages that match what people are searching for in your ad grant account. For instance, if you're a church, people looking for churches in my area might wind up on your homepage, but if someone's looking for broader topics like prayer or Bible verses, you need to have landing pages that will reach people making those kinds of searches. And that actually brings me to my second mistake that I see all the time, and that's using obvious keywords. This is something a lot of people do when they're first starting out with the grant because they have no idea what people are actually searching for in your area that your nonprofit can help them with. For instance, if you run a local homeless shelter, terms like homeless shelter and free meals might be obvious keywords that you would go for. But there's so many more opportunities out there than just the most obvious ones. One of the tools that we use all the time is the people also ask on a Google search. And it's really simple to use. Go ahead and type in your main keyword, in this case, homeless shelter, into a Google search, and scroll down a little bit and you'll find a people also ask section. This is a great place to find other keywords that are driven from actual data that Google has of what people are also searching for in addition to that keyword. Those are a great place to start, but spend some time really thinking about what are some things that are related to our homeless shelter that a person might be searching for on a Google search. The reason why this is so important is because if you only use your most obvious keywords, there will almost never be enough search volume for you to spend the entire grant. If your grant account is for a church, unless you're in the largest cities in the world, there just won't be enough volume of people searching for churches near me for you to invest the entire $10,000. So make sure you broaden your keywords and try and reach a broader audience. Next mistake we see all the time is not being specific with your location targeting. Most nonprofits serve a designated area and not the entire world. And while we could always rationalize and say, well, we want everybody to see our content and we write blog posts that might affect people everywhere, the truth is that your site will best serve people in a specific geographic area. And maybe you'll say, well, it doesn't really matter, I'm playing with house money anyway. Well, Google does seem to reward the ad accounts that have the most relevant results. So just because maybe someone on the other side of the country might be interested in something you have to say, it isn't usually a good idea to target them in all of your searches. So make sure you hone your targeting to be an area right around where your organization can best serve people. That's how you'll get the best results. The fourth mistake that we see all the time is just flat out bad ad copy. Now here's the telltale sign of bad ads on the Google Ad Grant. When your ad copy is focused more on you and your organization instead of what people are searching for, that's a sign of a bad ad. I've heard it said this way before. In all of your ads, you want to position yourself not as the hero of the story, but as the guide that's going to come alongside and help the hero. So instead of talking about all the things that you do, talk about how you're going to help the searcher solve their problem. This is going to always lead to better results. And the fifth and the final mistake that we see all the time with the Google Ad Grant is not matching your ads copy to the content on your website. When the text of your ads doesn't match the text of your website, that is one of the primary signals that Google will use to decide whether or not they're going to show your ads to people that might be looking. And in this case, they'll lean towards not showing your ads because they think the results they're going to get when they click on your ad might be irrelevant to what the searcher is looking for. So a good practice is when you write your ads, make sure that you're using some of those same keywords on your website landing page that you're using in the ad. Google will reward you for this and they will send you more traffic. These are just 5 of the biggest mistakes that we see most often when people first come on board with us here at ReachRight, but I want to know what you think. Have you made a mistake on your Google ad account and what did you do about it? What's working well for you? Let us know down in the comments, hit the like button, and we'll see you next time.